for joining us today and sharing that insight throughout our news. Thank you very much. Now we move on to our next news. Hollywood actor and humanitarian Angelina Jolie has visited Egypt's Rafah border crossing with Gaza, where she has met members of the Egyptian Red Crescent and truck drivers delivering humanitarian aid to Gaza. Jolie, a former special envoy for the United Nations Refugee Agency, has traveled to the Egyptian side of the crossing to assess the condition of injured Palestinians and also who have been evacuated from Gaza, and to observe the flow of aid into the besieged territory. During this visit, she was seen listening to aid workers and drivers in transporting relief supplies as humanitarian agencies warn of worsening conditions inside Gaza amid shortages of food, medicine, and shelter. The Rafah crossing remains a critical lifeline for humanitarian assistance entering Gaza as international pressure mounts to ensure sustained and unrestricted aid access for civilians affected by the conflict. Now we move on to our next news. India has approved electronic component manufacturing projects worth $4.6 billion under the government's incentive scheme. Projects from global and domestic majors including Samsung, Tata Electronics, and Foxconn have been declared to receive the subsidies. Meanwhile, the investments spread across 8 Indian states are expected to generate electronic parts worth over $28 billion and create around 34,000 jobs. Manufacturing will include mobile phone enclosures, camera sub-assemblies, and key electronic components. However, the move is a part of India's push to strengthen local supply chains, cut import dependence, and scale up electronics production. India's electronics output stood at $125 billion last year, with a target of $500 billion by fiscal 2031. That's all we have time for. Keep watching NewsX World for more news updates from around the world.